I've decided to move towards the mindfulness, because mindfulness is all about being present at the moment. It is about being here, and also non-judgmental. So because I am also a coach with Identi3, this tool itself, which is a value-based profiling tool, I find that it is very helpful when I do therapy. Reason being is when a person is depressed or when the person is an introvert, I would have a problem even getting them to speak or to even talk about themselves or trying to understand, unless it's through a series of like 4 or 5 sessions, then I can start to understand them. But then again, if I use Identi3, which is a value-based profiling tool, it kind of helped me to understand them within that 5 minutes after I see the results. This identity traits, what it does is it actually shows me the innate traits of what they are and who they are and how they will form and develop from the first instance. And this has helped me to gain into a person's personality, okay, to how they are today through this, what we call the core identity of themselves, yeah. And so for instance, 2 years ago, I tried this on a patient whom my doctor, who was trying to help in the last few years. She actually passed this patient, and interestingly, this patient has been suffering from some insomnia for a couple of years. And all we did was we asked him to do this profiling, and his result was like, he said, wow, it took him 5 years to understand this, but we only took 5 minutes, and it was really amazing. And after that, it was like he didn't have to go through any more therapy with my neurologist. And so she was also wild with this assessment tool, just that she doesn't have the time to look and explore into this and how it can help her patient. So she would rather work with me to pass me her patient to work on, to be counseled or even to be treated. So because of that, I realized that, mindfulness to therapy, mindfulness to the present moment is very important. And yet, we try not to ask them too much, confidential questions to understand them, but using this tool as a means to where we can move from one state to another state. The other thing that recently, just about 3 weeks ago, I had an occupational therapist who was facing a very bad stage in her life, and first thing that she had in mind was to commit suicide. But what I did with her was I used this tool again, and this identity tool has helped her to understand herself, because I think it helps to knock some sense to people who have lost their value, or even to how they were even formed from the beginning. So after realizing her own value and understanding what she can do or what she lacks of, the derailers or the strengths, it also helped me to put it into a therapy for her, where I use a combination of meditation with neuro-linguistic programming in helping her to overcome her depression. And amazingly, within 3 days, she was sort of cured, where she told me that she used to take 7 years to get cured. So it was really amazing that this tool can expose, and how we can use it creatively or how we can use it is really up to us, how we discover this tool and how this tool can be useful. So so if you are looking at using a tool somewhat like this, it's good to explore Identi3 to see how it can be a useful tool for yourself and also for keeping them at the present moment. Thank you.